Hey guys, it's ThePrenti here and welcome to a new series called Stories from the Bar. This series is going to be about the everyday shit I see as a bartender. This series is going to make you laugh, it's going to make you cry, it's going to make you feel joyful at times and really upset at times, and other times it's going to make you feel darn right sick. I'm just going to warn you of that now, okay? It's going to range from people having fights with their family members, to people throwing food at each other, to people overdosing in the toilets, to people cheating on their spouses, people giving me their numbers, which is probably the best thing, and just general rowdiness that happens and the stuff you see as a bartender. So the first episode I'm going to talk about pulling on the job. Now the example I'm going to give you is probably the best case example. This happened 2 weeks before Eurogamer. It has happened on other occasions, but this is probably the best case example that I can give to you guys. So it's Friday night, very busy as usual, being like a student town, absolutely mobbed, and I was on bar service, not dispense, which means obviously serving over the bar to customers that come in. So these group of girls come in, walk up the bar, and they said the one thing that every bartender hates people asking is what's good, because you know, you think everything, well you don't think everything's good, but like, you know what, just people need to make up their mind, they need to know what they want. So I was like, okay, try to ask them, you know, what do you fancy? Do you fancy maybe some beer, some wine, vodka, gin, maybe some shots? And then I said cocktails, so like, oh yeah, cocktails sound good, what have you got? So I showed them the cocktail list, they looked at it for a couple of minutes and like didn't seem to like anything. So I was like, okay, so what are you thinking? Like, we don't know, want something fruity, something sweet. I was like, okay, well, what I can do is I can make a proposition, and the thing is, with students, you know, you don't get good tips, so you've got to kind of like make a show just to sort of try and get tips. It sounds kind of stupid, but you know, bartender wages pretty shitty. But yeah, anyway, so I said to them, you know, what I can do is I can make a proposition, right? I have my own cocktail that I've come up with, which conveniently was the Eurogamer. I've got my own cocktail. What I can do is I'll make you a deal, right? I'll make this for you, and if you don't like it, you don't have to pay for it. Take the drink, walk away, enjoy your night, okay? If you do like it, right? On the other hand, what you have to do is you have to pay for the drink, and second of all, you have to give me your number. So that was it. That was the deal. So I made the drink, gave the drinks over. First thing she said was, "Where's your phone?" Pulled the phone out of her pocket, hand it over. She put her number in, called it, which I didn't expect her to do. Called it and showed her phone ringing to show it was her. So I was like, okay, fair enough. So that was fine. The rest of the night, you know, chatting away to them as they're coming up for more drinks and everything like that, just having a good time, enjoying myself. I actually enjoyed work that night for once in a long time. But anyway, so yeah, as they were leaving, she's like, oh, you know what you need to text me when you finish. So I'm like, alright, okay, well it's not going to be till like 2:30. She's like, yeah, it's fine, you know, come out with us or have a party with us after. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll think about it. She's like, no, you got to promise me you'll text me when you finish. I was like, okay, right, what I'll do is I'll promise you. So that night I finished about 2:45, 2:50, and I'm thinking, right, I want to go home, but what we'll do is I'll text her. I've made a promise, I don't like to break promises, I'll just text her saying, hey, that's me done. So the text her saying, hey, that's me done. She replied straight away, and like, I was like, okay. She was like, hey, we're back at mine, or she actually said, hey, back at mine, want to come over for a few drinks or something? And I'm thinking, you know, St Andrews, it's a 10-mile drive, I've got to drive home. So I said this to her, you know, I don't stay in St Andrews, I need to drive home, so I can maybe have one, but that's it. She's like, no, that's fine, you can crash at mine, there's plenty of space all over the place. I was like, okay, that's fine. So drove round, and then I texted her when I was outside saying, that's me outside, you know. So okay, cool, I'll come down and get you. Now I was expecting everyone to be up there, maybe 10, 15 people, all drinking, bit of music on, having a laugh, good time, you know, sort of flat party, essentially what I was thinking about. So she came down, got me, locked her car, put my video on, went upstairs. First thing I saw, or first thing I didn't hear, was like no noise or anything, and I didn't see anybody. I was like, okay. Walked in, and like all the lights were off and everything. I was like, why are the lights, like most of the lights off? And so I asked her, you know, where's everyone? She's like, oh, they're all home, it's just me and you. I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, do you want a drink? You know, I've got rum, tequila, gin. I'm like, role reversal kind of, but anyway. So I was like, no, what? You know, I might just go. She's like, no, you can't go. I was like, I was just like, oh yeah, okay then, just watch me. And so I turned around. As I turned around, my car keys, like I put them in my back pocket, but I always have them on a lanyard so I can pull them out easily, or like if in case I lose them. She grabbed the lanyard and pulled the keys out my back pocket, so she now had my car keys and my house keys. So there's no way of me like getting home essentially. She's like, well, you're not getting these back till you have at least one with me. So I was like, okay, fine. Had one turned into two turned into three. I'm gonna leave it there, and like fast forward to the morning, we're gonna try and keep this PG-13. Ended up getting really drunk that night and doing stuff I probably shouldn't have done. But anyway, woke up that morning to a text at 6:30 from the boss, saying one of the guys is stuck in Dundee, like you can't get to work because the bridge is shut and it's not going to be open for another like 2 hours. I'm like, fuck. She's like, can you do a favour and like just cover the shift for a couple hours? And like I woke up, I had a stinking hangover, I hadn't been like showered or anything. She was lying like on my arm next to me. I couldn't move. I was like, you know what, yeah, I'll do it, fine, I owe the guy a favour. And it's always good to like, you know, do favours to the boss. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Managed to wriggle my arm out, wrote a note, and then left. And that was it. Like, that's the last time I've seen her. She's texted me since actually. She texted me that saying, oh, I had a good night last night, but I kind of like just ignored it. I'm going to point out now as well, before anyone says I took advantage of her, when she walked in, she'd had like 1 or 2 drinks, like her speech was fine, she wasn't like slowing down, or she didn't have like impaired movement or anything, her pupils weren't dilated or anything. She was like, I wouldn't say stone cold sober, but she knew what she was doing, so I didn't take advantage of her, just pointing that out now. So that's basically the story of one of the times I pulled while on the job. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, a like much appreciated. If we can get us to 50 likes, I will continue the series with the next episode. If you guys have any suggestions for the stuff I mentioned you want to see in the next episode, like the affairs, the fighting, the food fights, the drugs, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook or Google+, the links to that will be in the description. Go follow me and social network the shit out of it. And none of that, guys. I have been ThePrenti, and I'll see y'all soon.